Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And today, the Houston Astros have made a trade. The Astros are trading for infielder who can play in the entire infield, Isaac Paredes. Also acquiring Cubs' number 7 top prospect, who is also MLB's number 73, Cam Smith. And the Astros are also getting relief pitcher who can also be a starter, but is not going to be a starter, Hayden Wesneski. We'll go over all. Also, interesting thing, Hayden Wesneski went to Sam Houston State, but it's from Houston, Texas. That's interesting. I did not know that before just reading that. But all right, so the Astros get these 3 players. I like the addition of every single one of these guys. The only thing I dislike of this trade is the departure. But I know this is the right thing for the Astros to do, and it's letting go of Kyle Tucker. I hate to see it, but what the Astros are doing, it's smart. It's what the San Diego Padres did last year with Juan Soto. Look where it ended up for them, getting rid of Juan Soto. They had a really good season. I don't think they made it as far as they wanted to, but they still the Cubs still really had a good season. But unfortunately, I think that the Astros were not going to re-sign Kyle Tucker. And not only do I think I think even if the Astros wanted to re-sign Kyle Tucker, I don't think it was going to happen. I think some of the big market teams were going to throw a lot of money to Kyle Tucker. And even if the Astros wanted to re-sign him, even if Jim Crane wanted to do something he really never has done, is giving a player a really large deal, not just in money, but in the years of a deal. I just don't. I think a lot of money would have been thrown to Kyle Tucker that the Astros would not pay or want to start a bidding war. I think Shohei Ohtani and Juan Soto have kind of just killed the market in baseball, and Kyle Tucker, that made Kyle Tucker's, I think, value next year in free agency go up even more. And I think the Astros chances of re-signing Kyle Tucker were not even at 10%. And so instead of, I think we all would have loved to seen a last season of Kyle Tucker in Houston next year, but would it be worth it for the Astros to get one last season of Kyle Tucker and then lose him for good next offseason? I just don't think so. I really don't think so at all. But here's the good thing. The Astros are getting some good value back for Kyle Tucker. They're getting Isaac Paredes, who is a guy who, can play in the entire infield. I think the good part is he can play at third and first. And he's an all-star, just an all-star at 25 years old. Big home run hitter as well. He played in 2023 in 143 games in Tampa Bay. He had 31 home runs, 98 RBIs, batting average of 250. This past year, he was an all-star, and he had a batting average of 238 with 19 home runs and 80 RBIs. Now, I think here's the good thing, adding him into Houston. I think he's going to get back to that home run, the big home run hitter he was in 2023. He had 31 home runs in 2023. One of the reasons I think so is because coming into Houston, it's, one of the ballparks. I want to call it Minute Maid Park, but that's not what it's called anymore. Daikin Park now. It's so stupid. But Daikin Park, one of the easiest parks. Houston's stadium is one of the easiest parks to, hit home runs in, with the short porch, the Crawford box, and even right field as well. So I think that will be great for Isaac and this Astros team, and him coming into the lineup. And that's one thing. Let's also go over to the youngster, Cam Smith, third baseman, left field. I think one of the craziest parts of this trade is that the Astros getting the number 7 guy, the number 7 guy in the Cubs organization. He's number 73 overall in all MLB top prospects. The Astros' number 1 prospect before this trade, Jacob Milton. Love Jacob. I think he's going to be a pretty good outfielder for the Astros and hitter. We'll see when he ends up making it to the majors. Maybe it's this year, maybe it's the next year. But where is he in the top 100 prospects? He's number 89 right now. So the Astros' number 1 guy is 89, when the Cubs' number 7 guy is 73. That shows how bad the Astros prospect line is. How their prospect pipeline is. How bad it is, and how that the future wasn't bright with these Astros prospects. So for the Astros to build on that and add in Cam Smith and make this trade to get him, I love it. And here's the good thing: it's not just the third. He doesn't just play third base, so he could be the Alex Bregman replacement down the line in the next year or two. But he also could be a 1-2 punch with Jordan. He can play left field. He's played left field, so that could be something the Astros do, putting him in left field, and that I think would be great too. So you can put Jordan more at the DH. So watch out for that. And he was just literally drafted, in August when the draft happened. He got drafted in August and selected in the first round, 14th overall. Just drafted in August. He's already in Double-A. And he's killed it in the minor league so far. 21 years old, he's played in Single-A and Double-A, 32 games, 115 at-bats, 20 runs scored, 36 hits, 5 doubles, 4 triples, 7 home runs, 24 RBIs, 313 batting average. OPS is over 1,000. 15 walks compared to 24 strikeouts. That's a good walk-strikeout ratio. I think he's going to be a pretty good player, and he makes the Astros' future definitely a lot brighter. Then you also add in Hayden, the H-Town kid. You add in Hayden. Hayden Wisniewski, who is from Houston. He had a 3.86 ERA. He's going to be, a mid-inning reliever for the Astros, which I think is something that the Astros really wanted to add in this offseason. Went 3-6, 3.86 ERA, 28 games, 7 starts, 68 innings, gave up 56 hits, 29 earned runs, 12 home runs, 21 walks, 67 strikeouts. I like his addition as well. He had a 2.18 ERA in 2022 in 6 games to 4 starts. The Astros could use him as a starter if they want to. I don't think they will, though. So I like these 3 additions for the Astros, all 3 of them. But now I think we have to talk about what else is there to come for this Astros team. I don't think it's just this trade and done, because I think one of the most things that upsets me about the Tucker trade is what do you do at right field now with no Tucker? I'm not worried about what you're losing in Kyle Tucker's bat. I'm not saying that Kyle Tucker didn't have a good bat, because he had an amazing at bat. But you replaced him with a 25-year-old who just 2023 is when he was 23 years old. I think it was 24 when he was 24 years old. Had a season where he had a batting average of 250, hit 31 home runs, nearly 100 RBIs at 24 years old. So I think that's a great way to replace Tucker's bat. Also, you have the youngster rising and Cam, with Cam Smith. So I'm not worried about replacing Tucker's bat, because I think you added in a great home run hitter who's, great at driving in runs, and also can fill in 2 positions that the Astros really need in the infield, whether it's first base or third base. So I like that addition. I think that's a good way to replace Tucker's bat. And same thing with Cam Smith in the future, when he eventually gets to the major leagues. But I'm worried about the defense, because Tucker's defense is very valuable. He's been his attributes in right field has been very helpful to this team. So how do you replace that? I don't see it being something in-house for this team. I think really the only options to be right fielders right now would be Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker would be, either Jake Myers not going to play right field. He'll be in center if he's, still a center fielder. But it would either be Dubon or Chas McCormick in-house. I mean, maybe they make the call up for Jacob Milton. That's it. That's the only guys you can really look at potentially being in right field right now. But what I would say is what I'd like to see this team do is go after Baltimore Oriole Anthony Santander. Santander is what I'd love to see. It's another good bat, another good home run hitter, which would, I think, another guy that would benefit playing in this in the Astros Park with the shorter in the shorter field. So I think adding in Santander and Paredes would actually, make this team maybe more of a home run hitting team with Santander and Paredes. My dream for the Astros would be for them to re-sign Bregman, which I think is still possible with Tucker now gone. And this might be a little bit pushy, but also sign Anthony Santander. And then what you would see would be Jordan's in left field. At center field, you got Jake Myers and Chas McCormick splitting time. Then in right field, you have Anthony Santander. At short, you still have Jeremy Pena. Third, you have Bregman back. Second, you have Altuve. At first, you have Isaac Paredes. At catcher, you have Yainer Diaz. And at DH, if Jordan's in left, then left DH would just probably be, I guess, Mauricio Dubon. Probably just Dubon or Singleton, something like that. But yeah, so that's what I'd love to see. But at the same time, I don't know if there's a great chance that you can go ahead and sign both Bregman and Santander. But if you're going to replace Tucker and Wright, I think that's the way I'd love to see the Astros do it. And I'd want the Astros to still re-sign Bregman. I think that's still a good possibility with this trade happening. Let me know your thoughts on the Astros making this trade in the comment section, and peace out.